Sorry, we are being recorded now. I did all the housekeeping rules there. Maybe I'll just say it for the camera here and the audio. No hats on, please, in the chambers. Cell phones on vibrate or off, and no video recording is allowed unless you're a media. Today's date, our meeting agenda is February the 18th of 2025, and we are starting at exactly 6 p.m. My name is Patrick Terrian, Mayor for the RM of Springfield. To front doing the controls is Christy and Anita, and to my left is the CEO Colleen Draper. In descending order is Deputy Mayor Ward 1 Glenn Fuel. Next will be Councillor Ward 2 Andy Kaczynski. Next will be Councillor Ward 3 is Mark Miller, and last but not least is Councillor Ward 4 is Melinda Warren. I will do the land acknowledgement. The RM of Springfield acknowledges that we are gathered on ancestral lands, Treaty 1 territory, traditional territory of the Anishinaabe, Cree, Oji Cree, Dakota, Dene peoples, and on the national homeland of the Red River Métis. Then we'll go to the agenda. That's item number 4. If you people haven't got the agendas there, there's some in the front, but I'll announce what each topic is. So item 4, approval of the agenda. Can I get a mover and a seconder for that, please? Melinda and Glenn. Is there any additions or comments from council? I see none. Then I get a show of hands of those in support, please. That is unanimous and is carried. Then we'll go to item number 5, and that's the adoption of the minutes. Again, a mover and a seconder. Patrick and Melinda.
Whereas the minute. No.
Sorry, Colleen.
Whereas the minutes of the council meeting held February 4th, 2025 have been previously distributed to council, be it resolved that the same be and are hereby approved.
Any questions or comments from council? Andy?
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I want to present the document here that was prepared by Dr. Page. He disagreed with the minute that was presented on our website, and I would like to put the corrections to it. So council approve that. And I have copies for every councillor here.
It would have been nice to have it beforehand. I haven't read it, so I guess what we could do is look at it after. So I just want to look at here if we want to have approval of the minutes there. Is there lots of corrections there?
Yes.
Well, I don't know if we have the time, Colleen.
Is it strictly to do with his delegation?
No, it's not delegation. I guess it was too late for him to make the delegation.
Okay.
Because it was a long weekend, so.
I know, but we never got a copy of it there. So I would say, why don't we approve the minutes and then we can look at making additions after the fact.
Okay, we can.
Well,
do
you
that.
can't approve the minutes and then make changes. So you either.
Well, can we bring it back in a
Well, it would have
weeks,
been nice to have had council been provided that document prior to the meeting to review it.
This is just the minutes. I don't know what the why there'd be a problem. Minutes are not verbatim, and it doesn't formulate the part of the procedures there. It's just the minutes.
Well, Dr. Page disagree even with the title of his presentation on the minutes. So.
Well, we did highlight in the minutes that Daniel Page requested that the title of his delegation be changed to addressing some misinformation on December 17th. So it was noted in his comments.
Before we get started, I actually have a very important piece of information that needs to be known. In the agenda, the title of my delegation is incorrect. The actual title of my delegation was addressing some misinformation on December 17th, 2024 meeting. I just wanted to bring that to the attention because I've sort of put into a position where I've sort of been kind of bookending things around the procedure bylaw as a delegate. I just wanted to raise attention to council about procedure bylaw 11.3C. Just as a reminder, that says delegation requests may be denied under the following circumstances, namely that council has previously considered or made a decision on an issue and a delegation has appeared before council with respect to the same issue within a period of 12 months following the date on which the issue was considered on council. Now, the reason why I'm bringing this up before I proceed is that the agenda has a title that's actually far more broad than the actual title of my delegation, which was centered around the December 17, 2024 meeting. And my concern, just before we get started, is that broadening nature of my presentation as presented in the agenda could lead to potentially residents not being able to talk about this topic or myself in the future. Is this something that I know I have to speak to the chair about this, but
Well, your time has started, sir, so keep
well,
on going.
I can't proceed until this is corrected, just for clarity purposes, because that's what the procedure bylaw says.
Well, I just carry on. You have your time started. Go ahead. Sir? You all right? You okay, Daniel?
Well, I haven't started yet, just for clarity purposes. So just for reminder, the title of my delegation is incorrect in the agenda.
Okay.
I have concerns around this. But I brought this to the attention of my counselor actually on January 31st. This was brought to the attention. I was told that there was going to be a conversation with the CEO about this. I'm not sure if there's any kind of conversation that happened or anything that we can, that's something constructive that can be talked about with that, because I'm a little concerned because again, my delegation is literally about misinformation. Then that would be rather concerning to me.
So we will make a note of the change of your delegation in the minutes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, and now he's stating here that delegation was not accurate and have a lot of omissions. So
We had he had a second delegation to clarify all these points. So I personally don't see any issues with the delegations that he had, and I don't think that this is asking a lot just to do a council minutes. This is pretty involved. It's complex. It's complex there. So we haven't got time right now to look at it there. If there's time that we can bring it back to approve the minutes.
Well, I'm just quickly reading through this, and this is all just addressing his delegation piece in the minutes, not the whole set of minutes. Correct?
we should revisit this document what Dr. Page presented and go through it and then correct the minutes, whatever he asking for. And
Glenn, you had your hand up.
Yeah, I was just going to recommend. I was just going to recommend that we defer the minutes till next month or till next meeting. This is 2 pages. This is something that we need to read over and look at our minutes that we have now. This is something that we're not going to be able to, we can make our comments to the CAO, and then she can make changes as accordingly. And then we can go from there.
I'm all for that. Otherwise, we're just going to remain here for a long time talking about something we have talked repeatedly about.
I would ask council, though, for respect, that anything like this comes forward to the CAO on a given time ahead of this meeting, because when you get it last minute, then we're deferring, and it just, again, delays. And that's not fair to the people of the residents, and things should be handed in ahead of time. Thank you.
All those in support of just deferring it to the next available meeting there? Then we'll defer to the next available one.